Well, very good morning, everybody. Wednesday, the 12th of August. And here we are, hopefully the final showdown between the heat and the thunderstorms. Here we are. So we got still this sort of slack airflow over the UK under a sort of a heat low and troughs all around. And those troughs are really going to determine what happens today. Is still real amount of uncertainty on what will happen with the thunderstorms, but as we go into overnight into tomorrow, there is a definite cool change. The heat is going to get cornered, and at last, after almost a week of temperatures over 30, we're finally going to get a cool down, which I'm certainly very pleased about. So yes, nice slack airflow over the UK, and we can see that with the winds. Generally a little bit, hopefully more southeasterly and easterly than yesterday. Appreciate those of you that picked up the swap yesterday from 09 to 27. It was a little bit earlier than I anticipated, but these things happen. So yeah, just keep an eye out. That's why if you're ever unsure, just give us a call. I'm trying to regularly broadcast if there is a runway change, and if you could let other people know as well, that would be useful. But yes, southeasterly winds today, not expecting any runway change, hopefully. However, we do have a weather warning in force, both an aviation one and a public one. The public one is for a yellow thunderstorm warning, which has been in place all week really so far. These two show potentially the severity of the thunderstorms if we do get them, where it's saying gusts of 30 to 35 knot may occur. It could be more than that. We'll have a look at Farnborough TAF a bit later to see they are putting up quite a pessimistic view if the thunderstorm does come. But yes, it could get lively with those thunderstorms. It's been very interesting with the storms over the UK. You could even see the one over Birmingham last night from Alton. Quite insane visibility, really. That instability has disappeared during the night, and it's all just resetting itself again. So at the moment, nothing particular. Maybe the odd bit of high clouds and a bit of isolated cloud, but looking generally, nothing too much happening over us, but you can see stuff is brewing out to the south. The battle is brewing down there, and we can see as well that there's not particularly too much in the way of rain, but look at that, there's plenty of instability just across the channel. The public forecast is showing that we should have a reasonably nice day up until mid to late afternoon. This is showing temperatures slightly lower than what's likely to happen. The Met Office really do seem to be in a couple of degrees down on what it really is. So I would anticipate 33 here again, maybe 34, we'll see. But yeah, thundery breakdown mid to late afternoon. Top Meteo disagrees with the timing as well. As we can see, southeasterly, it may swing a little bit southwesterly. We'll just keep an eye on that. But yes, interesting to see the what's going to happen. Wind probably likely mostly driven by convection and thunderstorms. GFS is showing a temperature of 33, 34 here. I know that David's got the Tursman Zoo sounding as well, which may show slightly higher temperatures. Dew points, until there's any real mixing, are still creeping up a little bit at the moment. We should see maybe them a degree higher than yesterday, 16 is the dew point. Currently at Lasham, amazingly, for 9:30 to nearly 28 degrees, and a dew point of 17. So the dew point will come down shortly. And over to the Top Meteo forecast. Not quite as good as yesterday. I said amazing, very interesting to see those of you that took cloud climbs yesterday. I'm really making use of that airspace. Over Lasham, reasonable good area around us, good up towards Oxford as well, but don't stray too far away because those thunderstorms may pop up. If we look at lunchtime as a start, if we get to about 31 degrees or so, we should see blue to 3,000 to 3,500 feet above sights. Very quickly getting goods if those temperatures continue to rise. If we see 33, 34, we'll probably see 6,000 feet above sea level in this area, and potentially even higher out towards Didcot, 2,300 meters, maybe again 7,000 foot plus, reasonably high, with cumulus out towards, or towering cumuluses they'll probably be out towards West Bath area as well. But the thundery breakdown begins, according to Top Meteo. Probably, I don't think quite this early. This is 3 o'clock. We might see it a little bit later than that. But yes, it goes bang quite quickly and potentially quite spectacularly. Cloud amounts, if we look at 1 o'clock, you can see the cumulus, as soon as it goes, won't take long to explode as such, and we then very quickly get CBs all around us. So yeah, some Davison cloud climbing before it gets all sparky. The site forecast showing we could get potentially heavy rain past 3 o'clock and tops to 33,000 feet. There was a beautiful anvil cloud last night, which I think was over Oxford. Again, I think that got to about 35,000 feet. Just absolutely phenomenal. Love those sorts of clouds. But again, high cloud bases, and as long as you stay away from the potential rain, you'll have a nice day. This showing here a maximum temperature of about 33. So we'll go for 34, and that probably won't be too disappointed. And potentially strong climbs where you are under a rapidly building thunderstorm. And winds, as you can see there, it does swing about, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But let's just hope we can remain on to a 09 for most of the day. Okay, over to the TAF. Farnborough, they've actually just changed it a little bit. That's good. 40 minutes ago, so Cavalcade, and then from 2 through till 7, thunderstorm and heavy hail. We'll just have a look at Odium. Yeah, heavy hail. Again, let's say from Prop 40 from Odium. Generally, we treat Prop 40 with a bit more caution. So yes, 3,000 meters, big showers, big thunderstorms. Heathrow. Okay, good. I think they've got rid of their scary bit of their forecast. There was a variable 20 gusting 35 in one of the forecasts, which can mean that somebody thinks there might be a microburst somewhere in the UK. So let's just keep an eye on ourselves. We don't want to get caught up in any gust fronts. Okay, Buckingham, 2 o'clock sounding. Very good. That is about 33, 34 degrees, and we're getting 33, that's going to be up to about 5,000 feet. Inversion, not too much. Lots of convective potential energy, and a little bit more chance of Q than there have been over at the beginning of the week. Lark Hill, a little bit of upper cloud, maybe driven by some nearby storms, perhaps. Again, not too much of an inversion, 32, 33, again, up to about 6,000 feet. That's no use. Let's just look at Cambridge, just out of interest to see what they've got up there. Again, yeah, they'll probably get a degree or so higher, and maybe a little bit later with their thunderstorms up there. And finally, if we look at Tursman Zoo at 4 o'clock, you can see that particle of air can just go whoosh straight up into the atmosphere. So yes, it's falling apart by then, and the inversion is probably broken. So potential some big thunderstorms, very exciting. Good sort of early afternoon, mid-afternoon. So it's just going to be trying to thread the gap between it going bang and it being really good. Airspace-wise, the usual stuff, silent active, Farnborough active. Just a reminder for those of you with transponders, you are supposed to be either squawking 7,000, and then you don't have to listen to anybody, or 4572, which is their listening squawk, unless you're receiving a service from Farnborough. 2,000, a couple of people have been using, that's an IFR, conspicuity squawk. If you use that squawk and go to the Class E, you will probably be lodged as an infringement and I'll get a phone call. So 2,000, you might hear airline pilots talking about 2,000 being a squawk they might use. It's not relevant to gliders. 7,000, please, or listening squawks from Farnborough. Old Sarum active, yeah, and frequency isn't on there, but yeah, they're active. Boscombe will know. Little Risington active as usual with their cone. I think from what I heard, actually West on the Green is only active from sunset through till midnight. However, of course, it is a permanent danger area, so get Bryce to give you a hand if you need to go through it. And Marsh Gibbon, as usual, active all day, according to this. So I can imagine they won't like the thunderstorms too much. Right, other than that, fairly clear. We're 09 today. We've got 2 jet movements. 13:30 arrival from Stansted. The crew of that will fly out another aircraft at 3 o'clock. The aircraft that's due to depart needs an engine run. I'm trying to get that sorted at the moment. I did try and get it sorted this morning, but unfortunately the engines don't work. So we're going to get that aeroplane towed to the end of 27. That's the only place I can really put it. So it will be on the 27 threshold for a bit. Yeah, we'll try to make that as least inconvenient as possible. Make sure we've got plenty of water today and stay away from the big thunderstorms. Other than that, not much more from me. Have a good day. Let's pray we get some rain. Bye for now.